If you like football's the place for you. Just make sure that you stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to a very strange football PM. As you know, we're sticking to government guidelines and staying inside and doing our show from our own homes rather than being in the usual studio. As ever, I'm joined in isolation with Harry on this side of me and Nick, who is this below me.
Hello.
Hello. This is our third show of the series here on YouTube, and I hope you are both doing okay in isolation. How's life in your households?
It's okay. It's okay. I'm managing.
I miss not being in the studio, being together. I think we should crack on with the show now. So let's just get straight into this, and let's talk about how we think the end of the Premier League season will finish. Now over to Harry to get us going with the first thing on the show.
Yes, so we've all got our ideas for how the Premier League season should be finished. I'm just going to quickly run through my slightly quirky idea, I'd say. It's very different. The Premier League's never seen anything like it. And I think it would be a great way to get the season finished in terms of getting the fixtures played. And also it'll be really exciting. So I'm just going to run you through it now. So each club splits off into two squads, the under-25s and the over-25s. If they have players who are 25 years old, then the manager can choose what squad they go into, depending on how many players they already have in which of the squads. One of the squads is coached by the assistant manager, and the other is coached by the manager. Doesn't matter which; it's up to the club as to which one does which. There are 8 remaining Premier League fixtures this season, so each of the two squads will play 4 of the fixtures, combining for the full 8. Therefore, there are 20 games on each match day rather than 10. So every Premier League stadium will be used in a match day. So fixture congestion will be eliminated this way because there will be, each player will play half as many games. It is random as to who plays who. For example, Arsenal 25s could just play Liverpool over 25s. So that would be exciting, seeing a group of Arsenal popular youngsters playing against the Liverpool more experienced players. And the two squads will reunite for FA Cup and European games if they are still in those competitions. May I add that Liverpool are not in either of those competitions, so no need to worry about that one. Jurgen Klopp.
Yep.
Exciting as more young players get opportunity in game time as well. And as I said, it deals with the fixture congestion. And also, as I said, it's interesting to see an under-25 side play against an over-25 side. So here I have an example of the Arsenal under-25 and over-25 squad. So this is the under-25 squad. So as you can see here, they have got a slight lack of defenders. So they have to play Kieran Tierney at centre-back if they didn't play one of the youngsters, like, for example, Zach Medley, I think is a good centre-back they could have there. But as you can see, it just gives a lot more players opportunities and chances to play in the Premier League. The likes of, Ceballos, who wasn't getting too much game time, Torreira and Guendouzi will get pretty much every game in midfield. Maitland-Niles at right back, Saka at left back, Rob Holding will play every game. And Reece Nelson as well on the left. He'll get a lot more game time. And the over-25 squads will look like this. So again, the likes of Cedric Suarez, who's just been signed by Southampton. From Southampton, he'll get a lot more game time. All of these players who weren't maybe playing as many games before, Callum Chambers in there as well, they will get a lot more chances. So that's just an example of how the two squads were split, and I think it would work really well. Got any more questions about the idea?
No, just that it just really confused my brain, to be honest.
It's not that confusing.
It is quite complicated, but I don't think it's necessarily something that the Premier League would go for. But if it was,
Yeah.
I've always liked changing the Premier League up a bit, and I think it'll be a good opportunity to do it.
Fair enough.
Okay, Nick.
Okay. Nick, do you want to explain your idea?
I think my idea is a bit more orthodox compared to the one that we just had. But obviously, I'd rather the Premier League could just continue in a normal fashion. I think that would be the best way of finishing it. But if they have to compromise a bit, I'd introduce the idea of playoffs. Not for the title, because I think the points gap is too big, and not even for second and third as well. I'd leave that as it is, but I'd have playoffs for Champions League spots,
Right. Yeah.
depending on where teams are. Maybe Europa League spots as well, again depending on positions at the moment, and then also relegation. You could introduce some handicap ideas to make it harder for the teams like Norwich as their bottom. I just think playoffs could make it a bit more interesting and could give an exciting end to the season.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You say Norwich would have like handicaps. Would that be like they'd have a player less or something in their matches? Or...
Maybe if they start a goal down, something like that, they have to play away if they're just one-legged games. Stuff like that.
I think it could work if the Premier League couldn't be continued with all the games. So another good way to get the fixtures in as well. Obviously, they need to play the final 8 games of the season.
Yeah.
Okay, Cameron, have you got an idea there?
Well, I do have an idea actually. It was an article I read that was a manager's idea, and I thought that'd be a very good idea. I'm going to magpie his idea because I quite like it to be my idea. And he said,
right.
I think it was the manager Chris Wilder. I'm not sure. It was one of the. I think it was Chris Wilder. It might have been Roy Hodgson. I'm not sure. It was an elderly manager. I can tell you that.
That's harsh on Wilder.
Yeah. Come
on. But, it was a manager about 50 plus anyway. His idea was to play all the Premier League games in 1 month. In 1 month.
Is that not what the idea like at the moment anyway, or something? That's what's going to happen, right?
I think it'll be longer than one month. But I'm saying play a game every other day, or 10 games
every other day.
Every other day. Every
They
other
also,
day.
The players would have quite a harsh schedule.
Especially, I mean, considering that they've just missed loads of playing time anyway, then they're not going to be able to do that.
They're not going to be fit enough.
Or play a game, then play 3 days later. So miss out 2 days.
I think if you're going to play it all in 1 month, then they have to have like a short pre-season before it, just to boost fitness.
How short?
You've got to have that going on. Well, you've got to have at least a week of training, surely, for the players to get fit again.
Yeah, you can't just do a month.
Okay, so we've all said our ideas. Now it's time to vote for which of ours is best. So, Cameron, me or Nick? Which one do you? My idea or Nick's idea? Which do you prefer?
I'm going to go for. What did Nick say again? What was Nick's idea again?
Playoffs.
Playoffs. I like that. I'm going Nick's idea. Sorry, Harry.
Nice.
Nick, do you want to vote between my idea and Cameron's idea?
To be honest, I don't really like either of them. But I think that Harry, your one is a bit more inventive, so I'll go for yours.
Yeah, you can go that way. Sorry, even that way. We'll go that way. Now, Harry, you'll go.
Yeah, I mean, between Nick's idea and Cameron's idea, I think Nick's is better for keeping the players fit. We don't want lots and lots of injuries. So even though it wouldn't be sort of what the Premier League have done before, go for Nick's, which means Nick wins. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, as you can see on your screens, I'm giving an emoji round of applause. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well done.
Well, obviously, we'll see in due course. Who knows when, but we will see eventually.
We'll see very, very soon. I hope so. If we stay in lockdown a bit longer, then you never know. We might not even finish the season, and we're going to have to go null and void, and we're going to have to expunge all the results. So,
So what is that word? Expunge?
Is that a word?
Yeah, haven't you been reading news? They used that for all the leagues below. They expunged all the results.
Expunge.
Okay.
Would you like me to show you?
No.
You can do it after the show, Cameron, I think.
Okay, I'll show you after the show.
Okay, on to the next feature now, which is the 10-question quiz.
Yes, and Harry is going to be on the treadmill from his home, and I'll be asking him the questions, and Nick below me over here will be the lifeline. Right, now time to see Harry do the 10-question quiz on the treadmill, and he's going to start from 2. And just to clarify, Nick is top of the leaderboard with 4 points because we went with the adjudicators actually, and we found out that Steve McManaman was in fact correct. So he's on 4, and Nick is on 3. I'm on 3.
Nice.
Right. Okay. Harry, ready to top that?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. Do you want to start the treadmill? Here we go.
Speak up.
Okay, here we go. Which club did Arsene Wenger manage before joining Arsenal in 1996?
I'm not sure, but I'm going to say Bordeaux.
That's incorrect. It was Grampus 8 in Japan.
Okay.
Question 2. What do the San Siro and Stadio Olimpico have in common?
They're both football stadiums.
No.
Is it they're both stadiums of 2 teams?
I will give you that. They're both shared. I will give you that. Hang on, let's get that pencil. I'll give you a tick there. Okay. Which Manchester City player has the most assists so far in the Premier League?
It's Kevin De Bruyne.
Correct. Which former Arsenal player top scored in last season's MLS?
It's Carlos Vela.
Correct. 3 out of 4. What do Michael Keane, Robbie Brady, and Marcus Rashford have in common?
They all came through the Man United Academy.
Correct. Who plays at the RCDE Stadium?
Can I have the multiple choice for this one, please?
Yes, you can have. It's either Villarreal, Sevilla, Espanyol, or Real Betis.
What was the name of the stadium again?
The RCDE Stadium.
I'm going to say Real Betis.
That is incorrect. It was actually Espanyol.
I was literally going to go for that. Okay, up to 4 kilometres an hour.
How many FA Cups have Manchester City won?
Good question. I'm going to say 4.
You are close, but it's incorrect. It's actually 5.
6 kilometres an hour.
Question number 8. Which goalkeeper has played the most minutes ever in the Premier League? The most minutes.
Okay. I'm going to ask Nick to help me on this question.
Nick, over to you.
I was thinking Petr Cech when you first said it, but I'm not sure how long he's been in the Premier League. Not sure when he went to Chelsea. But yeah, I'd say Petr Cech if it was me. But
Thanks for the advice, Nick. I'm not going to take it. I'd say David James.
That's incorrect. Nick was in fact correct. It was
Oh! Okay, kilometres an hour.
top. Well done on that one, Nick. Right. Which player has the most assists in the Premier League? Ever.
Ryan Giggs.
Correct. And your very last question. Which player has made the most tackles in the Premier League history?
In history?
Yeah, in Premier League history, who's made the most tackles?
Well, I know this season it's Ricardo Pereira. But history, I'm going to say Gareth Barry.
Yeah, that's correct. Well done. That is 6 out of 10, I believe. Yes, that's 6 out of 10. You topped the leaderboard and we'll show you the leaderboard on screen right now. Here you go. You got Nick, Harry on top, then Nick with 4 in second, and myself in third with 3, if I'm not mistaken. Right, that concludes the 10-question quiz. Up next, it will be our England squads. Right, now we're going to talk about our England squads. I'm going to hand over to Harry on my left-hand side, as you're seeing it, to talk us through this. So I am going to change the screen so you can actually see what we're doing, like this. There we go. Yeah, here we go. I think you can see this. Right, Harry, over to you.
As you can see there, this is an England squad that we've created. This is the positions that the players are going to be in. That's 23 players there. And we're going to create our combined squad that we would have if there were England games on tomorrow, let's say, if the Euros were still on. So let's start with the goalkeepers. So we're going to go in order of me and then Nick and then Cameron. So the first goalkeeper I'm going to put in the squad is Nick Pope. So I feel like he's done really well this season. Burnley, most clean sheets in the league, and that's a no-brainer. I think he's got to be there. Nick, second keeper.
I think another no-brainer who's had a really good breakthrough season in the Premier League is Dean Henderson. So he's my choice.
Absolutely.
Henderson, there we go. There we go. And I would personally I would have gone for Henderson, but obviously I'm going to go for this man here, Foster. I'll bring him back, Foster. But he's been top business this season for Watford.
Top business.
Jordan Pickford missing out. Okay, onto the right backs.
There we go.
Has been a debate as to who's better between Alexander-Arnold and Wan-Bissaka. For me, it's obvious. Alexander-Arnold's a lot better. You can see by the assists. If you look at all-time Premier League assists, Alexander-Arnold's got 25 compared to Wan-Bissaka having just 5 assists. So Wan-Bissaka's the square root of Alexander-Arnold. It's not even close for me. Alex-Arnold, there you go. It's got a new first name.
Okay, I will go for Wan-Bissaka as my choice. I think defensively he's been really good again this season for United, and he's been one of their better players, I think. Obviously, they've started to pick up some form recently, but he's been pretty consistent throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Cameron, you get the opportunity to pick the first.
First centre back, or who should we go for? I haven't thought about this. I will go for this man here, Maguire. That's Harry Maguire, not his brother. We'll just put an H in front of that. Here we go.
In case you thought we were putting Harry Maguire's brother in.
Yeah, because he plays for Chesterfield, and I don't think he's good enough to be in the England squad.
Okay, I'm going to put Joe Gomez in. Yeah, I think he deserves to be there.
Cool. And I think there's a lot of players that deserve it, but like more than John Stones, but John Stones is still probably quite good compared to a lot of them.
So
he might deserve to be in there. I'm going to actually say Lewis Dunk. I've changed my mind.
Yes, I'd go Dunk. Great decision.
I think just his season has
As
been,
it falls back to
obviously it's
me,
better than Stones.
As it falls back to me, I'll go for Stones.
Okay.
Okay, left backs. I mean, we're not exactly blessed in this position at the moment, but Ben Chilwell, I think, is the first choice one. So I'll go Ben Chilwell. He's had a good season, so he deserves to be in there.
And then who even is there? Danny Rose, I guess, could play there.
You going to go for Rose or?
Well, I don't know yet, but I mean, who else is that? Luke Shaw, I guess. I'll say Luke Shaw.
Sure,
if he stays fit.
Interesting.
CDM. What's the? Oh, yeah, I'm going to go for this man, Rice.
Really? Okay. I think it would be harsh on him if I didn't put him in now. So, based on the season he's had again, I'm going to go for Henderson.
Okay.
Oh, I should reiterate that this is Jordan Henderson.
In case you thought we were putting, the goalkeeper in midfield. Okay, so first Cam, I'm going to go for James Maddison. I think he's had a good season with Leicester, of course.
Who? Jane Maddison. Who?
James Maddison.
James Maddison.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to me. I'm going to go for Grealish, Jack Grealish.
Yeah, I think they're both good choices.
He deserves this, doesn't he? He deserves it. He's been really good. Even what he did during the lockdown, I will forgive him for that. But what he's done in the Premier League, he's been really, really good.
Yeah, there's a few to go between for this cam position. One that for me goes under the radar is James Ward-Prowse, but I'm not going to say him. I'm going to actually say Harry Winks because I know he's sort of more defensive, but he can play more attacking as well, and it's a bit harsh on him for him to miss out in defensive midfield. Winks makes it for me.
Yeah, indeed, correct. Nick, next one.
Okay, and then finally, I think his form improved a bit under Mourinho when he came in, but I feel Dele Alli has to be in there. I know he hasn't had the greatest of seasons again, but he's clearly got the quality.
Yeah.
Okay, back to me for the first winger, and I'm going to go for Jadon Sancho, the man himself.
Nice.
Yeah,
Harry?
he can play on the wing or up front, and it's Marcus Rashford.
Rashford.
Nice.
Not Rashford. There you go.
Okay, and I think that Raheem Sterling is the obvious choice here.
There
So
we
Cameron, who's your last winger?
Who do we have? Who do we have? I can't even think.
If I run you through some options.
If you wouldn't mind.
So we've got Dwight McNeil, Harvey Barnes. We could go for maybe Jared Bowen out of the place of West Ham now. Hudson-Odoi.
You know
Ollie
what?
Watkins.
Yeah. I think you just stopped there. Hudson-Odoi.
Fair enough.
Huston.
There you go. Hudson-Odoi.
So it falls to me and Nick to pick the strikers. I would go for the obvious one here, but
You're leaving Nick to do that job, aren't you?
yeah, I'm sorry, Nick, but I'm gonna go for one that's not as obvious. I'm gonna go for Danny Ings. He's been absolutely brilliant. I could put Calvert-Lewin in there as well, but Danny Ings just for me. Nick?
You're going to go for Harry Kane?
Yeah, I am. As long as he stays fit, he's definitely in the squad.
Okay, I think that concludes our England squad picking.
If you've got any alternative players that you put in, put them in the comments. Nick, any you'd disagree with just looking at that squad now?
I mean, I'm not sure who I'd have instead of him, but Hudson-Odoi, I don't think at the moment has the quality to be in there. Maybe I'd just put another midfielder in there.
Hudson-Odoi, I wouldn't mind changing him to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He wouldn't be bad. He wouldn't be bad, actually. Actually, you know what? I'm going to override that. I'm going against my opinion. You know what? Loftus-Cheek.
Who hasn't played all season due to injury.
I don't care. He went to the World Cup. As you can see, I've changed it now to Loftus-Cheek because I prefer him instead.
Fair enough.
And Luke Shaw, you wouldn't have said maybe a few months ago that he'd be in there, but his form has improved recently.
I think maybe we're being a bit harsh on Pickford, if I'm honest. He probably should be one of the three.
I'm not sure.
Instead of Foster, maybe?
No, yeah, he's getting on a bit, isn't he?
He's still a good goalkeeper.
He is. But if we're talking like Euro 2021.
I mean, I don't think the third choice keeper's ever going to play, really, so it doesn't really matter.
True.
John Stones, for me, in there as well.
Who do you have instead?
I don't know, maybe someone like Connor Cody, Tyrone Mings.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know. Maybe Jack O'Connell of Sheffield United. He's been really good this season. Basham, one of those two, maybe. Chris Smalling as well. I mean, he's played good form with Roma. Any of those, I think I had personally in the Stones.
Yeah, I wouldn't really make any improvements to that squad because I quite like it. I think it's worth a shot on winning the Euros next season, actually.
If it goes ahead.
If it probably will. Oh, it's hard to say that at the moment, given the current circumstances.
Well, there's the squad. As I said, go in the comments, comment any changes you make. And now it's time for the next feature, Cameron.
Yes, so the next feature on today's show is going to be Would I Lie to You? Harry is going to be guessing my truth or lie, and Nick will be asking Harry the question. Harry, are you ready?
I am indeed. Yeah.
Hey, can you see this? On holiday, I made a new friend who turned out, in fact, to be Troy Deeney. I can't spell.
Okay.
Son.
Oh,
I'll, I'll turn that into yellow.
I thought you were going to say my new friend was Troy Deeney. It's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, but you know,
So, where was this holiday? Is the first question, I guess.
this was in Germany when I went to Stuttgart. It was in Germany. I saw my uncle and auntie. We went to the park, and hey presto, his son was there.
When was this?
When?
Yes.
2012 or 13.
So before Troy
Was-
Deeney, did you know? How do you know now that was Troy Deeney's son? When at the time you had no idea who Troy Deeney was.
Because he told me, and I went. There's something called Google nowadays. You can
Yeah.
search.
He just said to you, "Hi, my dad is called Troy Deeney."
No, we just started talking about football. Then he told me. Then he told me his dad was Troy
Wait,
Deeney.
how old was he at this time?
Who? Troy Deeney? Or the
No,
his
the son in 2012 or 13. How old was he?
I don't know.
Now he's what, 30? 22.
Do you want me to find out how? Shall I
Yeah,
find
the
out how old he was? Deeney. Here we go. You can see on the screen. Here you go. Troy Deeney. He's 31 years old, I believe. There you go. Right in this corner.
Was his son a young child? Was he like 2
No,
or
he
3
was-
years old?
He was relatively young. He was about my age.
What?
And you were what? So you were 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So Troy Deeney had a child when he was 13 years old.
No.
Yes.
How have you worked that out?
Oh, Cameron. Come on.
Do you just want to? Why don't you just guess if it's a truth or a lie?
I don't think he needs to guess, Cameron.
Ask a couple more questions. So, did he say if he was adopted by Troy Deeney?
He was adopted.
Good
Yes,
question.
he was adopted. Yes.
Useful information I found out earlier. Are you still friends with him now, or
Not really.
Or was it just a-
Yeah, he lives in London now. I don't really see him or get in contact with him. So you know.
So, I mean, I know Troy Deeney's he's probably brought up on a council estate, so he's probably not really the sort of person that would wait too long to have children. But even so, yeah, I'm going to say lie because I can't see how he would have a child of 13, to be honest.
Right. In fact, it is true.
It's not.
It is. No, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie.
in case you didn't realise, he was joking. It is actually a lie.
It was actually, in fact, a lie.
There wasn't much suspense there, Cameron.
Okay, right. That's that then. So I think we should get on with the next thing, which is going to be the number 2 competition, which involves all the number 2s in the Premier League. Right, now on to our number 2 competition. I'm going to hand over to Harry over this side of me to lead us through this. Harry, over to you.
Yep. So recently, the best number 2 in the Premier League competition has been running on our Instagram account at FootballPN Radio, which you can see on the screen right now. At FootballPN Radio, there it is. And we have got to the quarterfinals, but now it is time for us to predict who is going to win and who we think should win. So this is the number 2s that have made it through to the quarterfinals. And this is the draw. So the first one, top left, we've got Klein against Bellerin. Nick, who do you think is the better number 2, Klein and Bellerin?
I think it's a pretty harsh. It's pretty harsh on Klein, considering he hasn't played football for a long time. But you have to say Bellerin because of that I mean, Bellerin, maybe he hasn't lived up to the potential that he was showing a few years ago, but he's still a good right back. And I think he
Mm.
deserves to go through in this one.
Yeah, I think that's pretty simple. Cameron.
Bellerin. I'm obviously going to say Bellerin, aren't I?
Okay, so get rid of Klein then. Bottom left, Tony Rudiger against Mason Holgate. Holgate's been good this season, but I think Rudiger probably over his career has been the better centre back. Cameron, do you think Rudiger or Holgate?
I'm not sure. Rudiger, Holgate. I'm not sure. They're both pretty good. Yeah, I'll go Rudiger. Rudiger.
Nick, do you agree?
Yeah, I think I do. I think he's Chelsea's best centre back. They've looked at him as a leader in that back line, and I do like the way Holgate's developing as a player. But yeah, I think Rudiger.
Kyle Walker, who has just breached the social distancing rules.
We are strict with the rules here at Football PM, and so Walker is disqualified for that reason. I think it's fair to say.
So Walker, you're out. Bulldog, you're through.
A young right back, James Justin against Matt Doherty. I think Doherty gets through there comfortably.
Yeah, I would personally say Doherty myself as well. There we go.
So semi-finals on the left, we've got Bellerin against Rudiger. Cameron, Arsenal versus Chelsea. Who are you going to back?
Bellerin.
Really?
I have to. In my lovely studio over here, Arsenal over here, Arsenal over there. A nice picture of Van Persie over there. So I'll have to stick with my Arsenal boys.
Man United legend Van Persie.
Well, I'm going to say Rudiger. So what's that?
Ooh.
Deciding vote for you, Harry.
In terms of a traditional number 2, obviously Bellerin, because Rudiger's more of a centre back. But Rudiger's just a great centre back. So I'm sorry, Cameron. Rudiger gets a Football PM vote thanks to me and Nick. The second semi-final, Bulldog against Doherty. 2 great right wing backs. Cameron, who do you think?
Doherty.
Nick?
Doherty here. Yeah, I'll go Doherty.
Yeah, I'm also going Doherty. I think Bulldog's been great this season, but Doherty
He
is
wins.
very reliable at the back.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there. Bulldog's a great right wing back, but just about Doherty wins it. So the final, it's Antonio Rudiger,
These two.
Matt Doherty. Cameron, you can have the first vote on this one.
I'll go Doherty.
Okay, Nick.
I'm also going to go for Doherty. I like Rudiger a lot, but I like Doherty more, to be honest.
So I think we can crown our winner in Matthew Doherty, the Irish man.
He's one of the best right backs in the league. Best number 2 for certain. Maybe Kyle Walker might have won it if he wasn't disqualified.
Yeah, so I think Doherty is our winner.
Okay, so now it's time for the next feature in the show, I think.
Yeah, the next feature in the show, I'm excited. I'm hyped, aren't you, Harry?
Not really.
No?
It's you two. It's Harry against Nick. It's a new game. It's my new game. It's the anagram game. So let's crack on with that. So up next, it's the new feature on Football PM, the Cameron Vaziri anagram game. I can't even say the word. So simple. There's going to be a Premier League player in anagram form, and you just have got to get it. You get 30 seconds to answer it. If you know it, you just shout out buzz. And yeah, first to 4, best of 7. Let's get straight onto it. Nick, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Harry, are you ready?
I am indeed, yes.
Lovely. So I think, let me just get 30 seconds ready on my stopwatch. And I will type out the thing on your screen so you can actually see, so you don't have to keep asking what it is. So, are you ready? So the first anagram of the game, there we go, is... Right, are you ready? You both ready? Here we go.
We've said we're ready.
Beyond gun metal. Here we go. Your time starts now.
So this is the first name and surname.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, no, never mind.
I can give you a
Beyond.
clue. I can give you a clue.
No, don't
Go
give
on.
us a clue.
Hmm.
Okay, a clue, a clue.
Plays for Spurs.
What?
Plays for Tottenham Hotspur.
Tottenham. Okay, this
No?
is a tough one.
Who, what?
He's a midfielder.
Buzz
Oh,
Ndombele. Tanguy Ndombele.
It is in fact Tanguy and Dombele. Correct. Well done. 1-0 to Nick.
but
You,
they
you,
just for me.
we went over 30 seconds, but it's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. 1-0
Oh,
to
okay.
Nick. Should we keep a tally on this side? Let's keep a tally. So here we go. Nick 1-0. There we go. 1-0. Okay, ready? Next one is Benny.
Oh no.
Dryness. Here we go. Your time starts now.
What? Oh dear.
I'll give you a clue after 15 seconds.
Okay.
Your clue now is he plays for Norwich.
What? Oh no.
Oh, I can get it.
I mean, I'm not going to know it.
Ah,
No?
I don't have a clue.
You're going to pass on this one? Another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to time you out there. Answer in fact was Dennis Shrubeni or whatever his name is.
I don't know who that is at all.
I think he's gone back to the Bundesliga now.
That's what it's still on Norwich's squad list, so we'll stick with that. Okay. Next one is. This is okay. I don't want to give too much away though. But we'll just go with it, and I'll tell you after 15 seconds. Okay. Next one is this. Your time starts
Is that
now.
it?
Yeah.
Um,
After 15 seconds, I'll give you a clue. Now, this one is just one full name. So he doesn't have a first name or a first name.
Oh, I
really.
think-
Oh, Buzz.
Yeah. Go on.
Jorginho.
Yeah,
Oh,
perfect. Jorginho, 2-0 to Nick. Well done. Very, very
Thank you.
good. And your
first
next
forward?
one. Your next one. Oh, this is a good one. We're back to full names now. First and second. Your next one is Moan Roya. Your time starts now.
it looks a bit like Montoya, but it's not.
It's not Montoya.
Hmm.
What?
The clue
Oh,
is he
no.
plays for Brighton.
Oh,
Yes.
Aaron Moy.
Oh,
Correct. 2-1.
Nice.
Well done. Aaron Moy. Well done. 2-1. Oh, Harry's getting back in on this. Okay. Your next one is going to. This is a very tricky one. This is very tricky. The next one is Busker Man Hammer Oval. Your time
what?
starts.
Is it just two names? Is it just first and surname?
Yeah. Time. I'll give you 40 seconds on this one. Time
Okay.
starts now.
Oh dear.
Okay.
I'll give you a clue after 20 seconds have passed.
Mhm. I'm trying to think of players with a V and a K in their name. It's tough.
The clue is he plays for Aston Villa.
Oh, Buzz.
Yes.
Marvelous Nakamba.
Go on.
Oh,
Well
of course.
done. Nick is fire on this. He likes this game. I can tell you.
I need the clues.
Right. If Nick gets this one, he is crowned the very first winner of the Cameron Vaziri anagram game. Ambush. City. Hire.
What?
And I'll give you another 40 seconds on this one. I'll give you 40 seconds. Time starts now.
Oh my word. Okay.
I can tell you he plays for one of the so-called top 6 teams, if that helps.
Mm.
And he's a striker.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
No.
Yeah.
No. I was going to
No.
say Tammy Abraham.
Oh, you're along the right lines there, Harry.
Is he?
Buzz.
Yeah.
Mishi Batshuayi.
Yeah.
Nice.
3-2. 3-2. Your next one. Nick still needs to get another one. Oh, this is an interesting one. Your next one is, if I can spell it right. There we go.
What?
Spiky tree. Okay.
Time starts now. 40 seconds again.
Is this still 2 names?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm thinking he could be called Eric, but maybe not.
I can tell you he plays for Burnley.
Buzz.
Yeah.
Ah.
Sorry, that just cut out.
Oh, you don't know it?
Can you
Eric
repeat it?
Peter.
It is.
Oh, he
It
does.
is indeed. Oh, this is the decider. This is the decider. He's pulled it back, Mr. Brewer. Your next one. Oh, this is this is a double-barreled. Well, 2 names. He's got 2 first names. Oh, I've just given it away. I'll go on to the next.
Should we just do a different one? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go on to the next one. It was John Philippe Gamba main for.
I was. Wow.
Next one
Okay.
is Fluke rename. The time starts. Hang on, your time starts now. 30 seconds again on this one. Now.
It will certainly be a fluke if I manage to name this player. I'm looking for first names again.
To be fair, the first name is in the first word.
So is
Yeah,
it
I got
Luke? Have I just not heard of him or something?
You probably have. Well, you would have heard of him. The time is up, but I'll give you another 10 to 15 seconds.
I'm trying
Do
to
we
think
have a
back
clue?
to House of Names. Who was the Lukes in House of Names?
10.
Oh, Buzz.
Yes.
Buzz. Luke Freeman.
Oh, of course.
It is indeed. Nick is the very first winner of the. Oh, what's happened there? It's not 4-0. No, that's wrong. Here we go. 4-3 to Nick. Nick, very good. I'll save the
Thank
next
you.
ones for the next game. So
good
I think
game.
that concludes our show. I hope you enjoyed that game, everyone watching at home. Harry, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I loved it, Cameron.
Nick, did you enjoy that? Below me.
I thought it was very, very inventive.
Yes, okay. And yes, that concludes our episode of a very strange episode. Isolation from our own homes. You've got to see our rooms, if I can speak properly. I'm tired after that show. It's been cracking. I've enjoyed it. Every minute. Have you, Harry, over there?
Yeah, Cameron, I've loved the show. It's been very entertaining.
Nick, have you enjoyed it down there?
It's been fun, Cameron. Great to make another show.
I missed you both. I missed you both. You know, I missed you not being in one area. Obviously, we're going to do things. We had things planned for the future, for the foreseeable future, but we don't know what's going to happen. We'll keep you informed. We might do another of these isolation shows in the coming weeks. because of things going on in the world, current circumstances. We'll have to see what happens. But
Bit of
without
ice.
further ado, been cracking. Thank you, guys. We'll hope to see you very, very soon. And I mean very, very soon. Maybe in the next couple of weeks. So it's going to be a goodbye from me. Goodbye. And a goodbye from Harry on this side.
Goodbye, Cameron.
And it's going to be a goodbye from Nick down there.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye. Take care. Have fun. Bye.
If you like football's the place for you. Just make sure that you stay tuned.